YouTube? Corncob Piper coming at you. It is a Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody had a great weekend so far, and it's going to have a great Sunday. Once again, I always start this video out thanks to all the well-wishers and everybody's reached out to me by email, Facebook, YouTube Messenger. Getting better still. Still plugging at the physical therapy. Left arm's getting stronger by the day. However, still really no feeling in it so much. Might be resigned to the fact that that'll never come back, but I'm okay with that. Anybody who bid on lots 2A and 2B, that is closed as of 12 o'clock today. We do have a couple of winners. I have emailed you, so if you did make a bid on either 2A or 2B, make sure you go on over and check your email to see if you are one of those winners. So today is really going to go through getting rid of the rest of my bulk tobaccos. Instead of doing 2 lots, there's going to be 5 lots today. So bigger, obviously it's going to be 3, A, B, C, D, and E that you're bidding on. These are all of my bulk blends that I purchased, some that I smoked regularly, some that I plan on smoking and reviewing in the future. These are all stored in these plastic containers with the bags inside. This one here is Burley's, and we'll call this 3A. You're not going to be getting the container, so when I ship this, it's just going to come with the bags. Right around $7 for shipping for the flat rate box. So whatever you're bidding, there will be an additional $7 added on there. So we'll go through these, let you know the weights and what they are. So this is from my somewhat local tobacconist up in Tampa. This is from Edwards Pipe Shop. Any of you seen, I did a couple videos. I actually met Andy from Iron Rails and Pipe Dreams, and then Elwood Maker up there. They had a lot of fun meeting those guys up there. Definitely go if you want, check out those videos that I did with those guys. But this is one of their Burley blends. This is called Bishop Burley. Very, very close in taste to Burley Light Without Blight by Lane Limited. That's 2 ounces. We have 2 ounces of a velvet tobacco. This is bought from Four Noggins, so it's not in the pouch. Comes here. Also, let me see, weigh this. About ½ an ounce of Lane Limited Burley Light Without Bite. This is one of my daily smokes. Really great stuff. It's got a very, very slight bit of coconut topping out of this. Basically what you taste is Burley tobacco, and every once in a while you get wisps of sweetness and coconut. Very, very nice Burley blend. This one here is Boswell's Premium Burley, and that's 1 ounce. I have never tried this one, so I can't really tell you what it's about. A match of Prince Albert. Now, as many of you know, I'm not a fan of Prince Albert. I bought this one way back when, and I smoked this in the original stuff, and they taste almost identical to me. I did not care for either one. Next up, we have some LJ Peretti Blend 111, and that is 2 ounces. Cornell and Deal Pegasus, 1 ounce. Four Noggins Moe's Confetti. Actually, I think this might be a John Patton mix that they do. Peretti Blend 52. This is a Burley blend, but this has a that's why I got a double bag like this, as you can see. It's got a very, very heavy Lakeland-esque taste to it. So I smoked it. It was okay. Not the biggest fan. There was, let's see how much of that. Looks like 1 ounce of that. The most confetti was 1 ounce. Got some Cornell and Deal Morley's Best, 1 ounce. Cornell and Deal Shandygaff, just shy of an ounce. I did smoke some out of there. It's about 0.80 ounces. I just put it on the scale. John Patton Stormfront, 1 ounce. Mac Baron Golden Extra, very, very nice blend. 1 ounce there. Some Peter Stokkeby Cube Cut Burley, great stuff. Some Cornell and Deal Crowley's Best, 1 ounce. Some LJ Peretti Blend W. Some Cornell and Deal Big and Burley, which I was never really a fan of. I only smoked 1 bowl of this stuff. So there's going to be 1 bowl shy of an ounce. It's actually weighing out still as an ounce, so it's full ounce there. And then Cornell and Deal 3 Friars, another great blend. And then I got some pouches here too of some Burleys. So one of my favorite pouch blends, this is Five Brothers Pipe Tobacco. It's a Burley blend that packs a punch, tons of nicotine in that stuff. Some Sir Walter Raleigh, 1.5 ounce pouch, and 2 pouches of Velvet. And then I think I still have a couple jars of some Peretti stuff in my cabinet. Let me go check and I'll be right back. So nothing left Burley-wise in my cabinet. Actually, there's nothing left in there, but I did find a few stragglers. So the first person that puts a bid on in any of these lots today is going to get some bonuses. There's some Peter Stokkeby Luxury Twist Flake. There's probably at least a good ounce in there. Some Samuel Gawis Full Virginia Flake. It's just maybe like a couple bowls worth there at the bottom. And there's also some Fire Dance Flake in there. I say in the Fire Dance Flake, probably, oh, I don't know, maybe not much, maybe like 1/4 of an ounce or so. Maybe 1/2 ounce. And then probably about 1/4 of an ounce of some Orlick Racing Green. So those are going to be a bonus to anybody who puts the first bid in. Let me go ahead and get the Burley blends wrapped back up here. Okay, so once again, the Burley bulk blends, that's going to be lot 3A for anybody that wants to put a bid on that. Once again, this is a silent auction. There's no reserve. However much you feel comfortable paying, just send me a quick email saying, you know, I'm interested in lot 3, this letter, and my bid is this, and if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. So, you know, don't feel that you're putting in a bid, because I get emails from people saying, is this bid too low? No, I mean, obviously you're not going to, don't send a bid for $2 for this whole thing. But if you send a bid for, you know, $15, whatever, $10, you're in. And you never know, with this one being that there's 5, you may get some kind of a deal on this. So just whatever you feel comfortable bidding, that's what you want to bid. We'll go with lot now 3B. This is going to be my Virginia. I got a few that didn't fit in here. The first one is 1 ounce of Hearth and Home Frenchie's Sons of Bitches. We got 1.5 ounces of Cornell and Deal Grey Ghost. One ounce of Hearth and Home Elizabethan match. This is a very, very close match to Dunhill's Elizabethan. I would say that's probably, they got within 90% correct. Russ Roulette did of getting that to an exact match. Not as great as the Dunhill. I think a lot of that has to do with the cut of the tobacco. It's not that fine Dunhill ribbon, but taste-wise, very, very close. Some Peterson Sherlock Holmes, 1 ounce. Some McClellan Stave Aged Virginia 35 ribbon. some Sam Gawith's Cabby's mixture. So I'm sorry, on the Save Aged, that's going to be 1 ounce. On the Cabby's mixture from Sam Gawith, looks like that's 0.4 ounces. Some Cool Hand Fluke, I believe this is a John Patton blend, definitely from 4 Noggins, ounce of that. Some Match Blue Boar from Hearth at Home, Pipes and Cigars, never tried that one, got 1 ounce of that. Ounce of John Patton Dark Horse. 1 ounce of LJ Peretti RC. Make sure that's 1 ounce. Yep. 1 ounce of LJ Peretti RCTR. This is the only blend that Peretti does. It's a straight Virginia. It's some great stuff. One of my all-time favorite Virginias. Some Virginia Squire from 4 Noggins. Ounce of that. Some Crossroads, 4 Noggins again. Some of those might be John Patton blends. I'm not sure. You have to check on them. Another great Virginia that's actually very, very reasonably priced. This comes from SmokingPipes.com. This is a Low Country, which is their the name of their brick and mortar store. This is their Virginia ribbon. You just have to make sure when you're smoking this stuff, you sip it and don't puff too hard or you burn the crap out of your tongue. Some Escudo Navy Deluxe. Not much of that, but it looks like it's about 1/2 ounce there. Some Peretti Park 59. Some more Cool Hand Fluke. Some Peretti Dundee blend. This is another one of my blends that I really enjoyed a lot of. 1.5 ounces of that. Some Cornell and Deal Bluegrass. 1 ounce of that. Cornell and Deal Bayou Morning. 1 ounce. Some more Peretti RTCR. See how much is there. 4 ounces of that. Some Gawith and Hogarth's Black Twist Flake. Very strong stuff there. 1 ounce of that. This is actually, the Black Twist Flake is actually a ready rub version of basically the Sam Gawith's Black Double X. Can't really tell the difference. This is just pretty much a ready rub version of that, and it comes from Gawith and Hogarth, which is basically the two brothers split. One became Sam Gawith and one joined with Hogarth to become Gawith Hogarth. So, and then some Match Sugar Barrel. This is a very slightly topped aromatic. Really just topped with a sweetener, but that is 1 ounce of that. So that is the Virginias. Let me go ahead and get this one packed up. Once again, that is going to be lot 3B for all those Virginias. Okay, so next up is going to be lot 3C. This is going to be aromatic tobaccos. And we'll start with some that aren't in the tin. Some Strauss Wenceslas. Actually, nope, that's in the wrong area. So that's not part of that, so dismiss that. Some of the original Tewksbury Hobbit's weed. That is probably maybe 1/2 ounce in there. Let's see. In 1 second. So, yep, about just slightly above 1/2 ounce, and that's the original, the real stuff from the closed down Tewksbury's. Some more from Edwards Pipe Shop. This is Honeydew. Never did smoke any of it. I'm sorry, it's Honey Cavendish. 1.5 ounces of Captain Black, the original. 1/2 ounce or 1.5 ounces of Sir Walter Raleigh Aromatic. I'll go ahead and open this guy up now. Cornell and Deal Engine 382. This is flavored with deer tongue, so it's got kind of a vanilla flavor to it. Not bad, not one of my favorites, but still very smokable. Some Julius Vez TB1. This was given to me as a gift. Never did get a chance to try it. That is 0.6 ounces of that. Some Milan Tobacconist Sunset Rum. Looks like we've got 3/4 of an ounce of that. Some Pipes and Cigars Scotty's Butternut Burley. This was one of my favorite tobaccos. Basically Aromatics, one of my favorites. 1/2 ounce of that. And the bulk of that stuff is going with Lot 2A, I think it is. We got some Cornell and Deal Chocolate Cavendish. Never really a big fan of the chocolate flavored tobaccos. Got 0.8 ounces of that, so just shy of an ounce. Some Cornell and Deal Founding Fathers, ounce of that. Some Scotty's Angler's Dream, ounce of that. Some Cult Conspiracy, 1/2 ounce of that. Some Hearth at Home Grandma's Kitchen. This is kind of like a cookie scented one. 1.5 ounces. Some Paladin Black Cherry. I'm not really a huge fan of this stuff, but I know a lot of people are. That's one of those old school over the counters. Got 0.6 ounces of the Paladin Black Cherry. Some Lane RLP6, 2 ounces. I use this as a mixer in some of my blends. Some, this is from Edwards. It's a Buccaneer blend. This is King Edwards Court. 1.5 ounces. Cult Abacus. 1 ounce of that. Some Tewksbury's Nosferatu. 0.6 ounces of that. Some Yuli's Irish Aromatic. 1/2 ounce. Some Cornell and Deal Brandyville. This is a wine flavored aromatic. Never did try it. I actually want to see what this smells like. I don't remember if I ever opened it up to actually get a whiff of it. Doesn't really smell like wine. It smells more like a sweet sweet barley with some Cavendish mixed in there. But it's supposed to be like a mulled wine flavored tobacco. Some McClellan Colombian Mocha. 1.2 ounces of that. Some Empire. I'm not even sure. There's no tobacconist written on here. I'm pretty sure I got that one as a gift. Ounce of that. And the last one for the aromatics is going to be so this Empire came from Metalhead Cigar Guy. Won one of his giveaways. So I think a few of those actually were the Yuli's. Now I remember. So, and then there's Tewksbury Nosferatu. And then his Metalhead Blend 2. Which I did smoke a bowl of this. Don't really remember what it tasted like. Smells like a lot of Virginia in there. Maybe a Virginia Cavendish blend. I can't really pick out any kind of a topping. other than some sweetness. But I do remember smoking this, and if memory serves me right, I think it was pretty good, a pretty good tobacco. I think the Virginias in here were really, really nice. This might actually be made with some McClellan Virginias, if I had to guess by the smell coming from this. So that is going to be the Virginias, once again, Lot 3C. Or I'm sorry, the Aromatics, that is going to be Lot 3C. Okay, so next up we're going to have Lot 3D. These are blends that contain Latakia. These are all not classified as English blends. Some of them might be Balkan, or some of them might be like Burley blends that have some addition of Latakia. All these blends are going to have, they're not necessarily Latakia based blends, but they all contain Latakia. Okay, so for Latakia, start off with some Mylan Tobacconist Triple Crown. Got an ounce of that. Some Hearth and Home Russ Roulette Match Presbyterian. If you never had Presbyterian, it's a great blend. I never did get a chance to try that match. But from the reviews that I read, it is pretty close. Some Esoterica Margate. Got a quarter ounce of that. Some from the Briar Shop in Houston, some Dark English, 0.65 ounces of that. This is from Wharf Valley Boy. This is one of his blends. This is Tim's Sidorian mix-up. He also did an Oriental that I loved, and it was one of my favorite like Balkan or Oriental blends that I ever smoked. This stuff was pretty good too, but out of his blends that he sent me, that Oriental, and I believe he called that Oriental Dreams, was definitely the best of the two. Ounce and a half of that blend. Some Mac Baron HH Vintage Syrian. Ounce and a half. Some LJ Peretti Oriental number 40. Ounce and a half of that. Some Sutliff Voodoo Queen. Ounce. Some more HH Vintage Syrian. 0.80 ounces of that. Some Kramer's Father Dempsey. This is supposed to be a pretty close match to Dunhill My Mixture 965, which was my favorite English. Never did get around to smoking any of this Kramer's. It says an ounce on here, but there's scales weighing at an ounce and a half, so Smoking Pipes hooked me up with that one. Some McClellan Syrian mixture, 0.8 ounces of that. Cornell and Deal Pasha's Dream. Some Billy Bud, ounce from Cornell and Deal. Cornell and Deal Poplar Camp, an ounce. Hearth and Home Black House, half an ounce. Some Mac Baron Latakia Flake, quarter of an ounce. Hearth and Home White Knight, half an ounce. Some Davidoff Royalty, half an ounce of that. some Peter Stokkeby Proper English, half an ounce Cornell Deal Epiphany. This is supposed to be the match to Revelation, which was the tobacco that supposedly was Albert Einstein's favorite. Was not a big fan of this. Ounce of that. I think I only smoked 1 or 2 bowls out of it, maybe 3. Peter Stokkeby English Oriental Supreme. Got an ounce of that. And then the last one here for the Latakia blends is going to be some Lane Limited BS005. This one here is a Latakia Bomb. I was not a fan of it, but I used this once again for some of my mixtures. So once again, that's going to be lot 3D, the Latakia blends. And we'll be back in just a second for the very last one. Alright, and then the last lot up now is going to be lot 3E. This is going to be my Christmas blends, at least the ones that I had open, because I still had some sealed tins that I never got around to opening, and I'll sell those when I get around to selling my tins. So I do have a empty, I guess this is the Grey Ghost tin that I'm using to get the tear weight, because some of this stuff, like this corncob pipe and a button nose, is still a tin. I want to let you know how much it weighs. So we'll start out with the tin stuff. So for the corncob pipe and a button nose, got 1.4 ounces of that. This one is the We Three Kings, 1.7 ounces of that. And then Golden Days of Yore, 1.65 ounces of that. So those are the 3 tins. That will come to you bagged, just to cut down on shipping, because if I had to send those tins, it would jump up to a medium-sized flat rate box. The shipping would change from like $6 and some change to more like $12 and some change. So if you do want the tins and you're bidding on this, let me know. If you're willing to pay the additional $5 in shipping, I'll be more than happy to send you the tins as well. So some Russ Roulette's Sugar Plum. Got ounce of that. Some Strauss Tobacconist Wenceslas. I'm probably mispronouncing that. This is based off of a Kid's Tale. Wenceslas is like the German or maybe Austrian name for Santa Claus. Half an ounce of that. Some Peretti Recipe 51, which is another great blend. Half an ounce of that. Got some Christmas cookie from Boswell's also. There's an ounce of that. Once again, then I'll put into a bag. Some more Wenceslas, but this one's from 2015. 1.75 ounces of that, so 1 3/4 ounces. Some Russ Roulette's Snowdrift, and I believe this one's a Latakia. Nope, it is not. We have 1 ounce of that. Some Milan Tobacconist Christmas Blend. 1 1/4 ounces. Some Russ's Yule Log, maybe this is the Latakia one. Very, very light amount of Latakia in there. Mostly a Virginia, smells like. 1 ounce of that. Some Peterson Holiday Season 2015. Just a little bit hair over 1 ounce of that. Russ Roulette's Candy Cane Cocoa, ounce. And then I found one here that actually belongs in the lot. I actually don't know how it ended up in here. This one actually belongs in lot 3A, and that is going to be 4 ounces of Cornell and Deal Old Joe Krantz. So we'll go ahead and move that one back over there. And so that's going to be it. So lot 3, A, B, C, D, and E. Just go ahead and send me an email. That is silent auction. The bidding will be done through email only. All the information is going to be down below. Payments will be made exclusively through PayPal. Just wanted to say to everybody out there once again, thank you for everybody that's been checking up on me, seeing how I've been doing. The physical therapy is coming along well. I should be returning back to the office at work within the next week or two, so definitely looking forward to that again. I'll be able to drive again. I just have to wait for them to, they're switching one of my medications that's not allowing me to drive while I'm on it, and that'll be switched hopefully the middle of next week, and then the following Monday I will be back to work. So things are looking up for me. Just once again, thanks to everybody out there. So 5 lots this time. Once again, if you bid on lots 2, A or B, we do have some winners. Emails have been sent out. Make sure you check that. As soon as I get that payment, I'll get your stuff boxed up and sent out to with the USPS the very next day. So everybody have a great weekend, and as always, you too, keep on piping.